Tyler Perry sat in his beat-up Geo Metro in a parking lot in Atlanta. The year was 1992. He was 22 years old. The car was his home, his bedroom, his office, his only shelter. Tyler had spent his last dollars producing a play that nobody came to see. 6 people showed up. 6. The theater held 300. Tyler lost everything. His apartment, his savings, his hope. He had no food, no money, no plan, but he had a notebook, and in that notebook were stories about pain, stories about survival, stories about faith. Tyler opened his notebook and kept writing. He refused to quit. Tyler was born in 1969 in New Orleans, Louisiana. His childhood was hell. His father beat him constantly, punched him, whipped him with extension cords, told him he was worthless. Tyler grew up terrified. He never knew when the next beating would come. The abuse was not just physical, it was emotional, psychological. His father destroyed Tyler's spirit over and over. Tyler tried to escape. He ran away from home multiple times, but he always got brought back to the violence, back to the fear. School was no better. Tyler was bullied relentlessly. Kids made fun of him. They sensed his vulnerability, his brokenness. Tyler had nowhere to turn, no safe place. He thought about suicide constantly. He wanted the pain to stop, but something inside him refused to give up. A small voice that said his life mattered, that his story mattered. That voice kept him alive. When Tyler was 16, he watched an episode of the Oprah Winfrey Show. Oprah talked about how writing could be therapeutic, how putting your pain on paper could help you heal. Tyler had never thought about writing before, but that night, he started. He wrote about the abuse, he wrote about the fear, he wrote about the anger, and something miraculous happened. The writing helped. It did not erase the pain, but it gave him a place to put it, a way to process it. Writing became his therapy, his salvation. Tyler dropped out of high school. He worked odd jobs. He saved money and moved to Atlanta when he was 21. He wanted to start over. He wanted to build something. He had written a play called I Know I've Been Changed. It was about abuse, about forgiveness, about healing. Tyler believed in it. He spent his entire savings, $12,000, producing the play. He rented a theater. He hired actors. He printed flyers. He was certain people would come. They did not. 6 people showed up to opening night. 6. Tyler was devastated, humiliated. Broke. He could not pay his rent. He was evicted. He lived in his car for weeks. He parked in different places every night. He used gas station bathrooms. He ate whatever he could find. Some nights he went to bed hungry. Tyler hit rock bottom. But even at rock bottom, he kept writing. He rewrote the play. He made it better. He made it more honest, more raw, more real. Tyler produced the play again. Still, almost nobody came. He produced it again. Same result. For 6 years, Tyler kept producing the play. 6 years of failure. 6 years of empty theaters. 6 years of people telling him to quit, to get a real job, to accept that he was not talented enough. But Tyler refused to listen. He believed God had given him this story to tell. He believed someone needed to hear it. Then in 1998, something shifted. Tyler produced I Know I've Been Changed one more time. This time, people came. Word had spread. The black community in Atlanta started hearing about this play, about this writer who refused to quit. The theater filled up. Then it sold out. People laughed. They cried. They saw their own pain reflected on stage. They felt seen. Tyler finally had his breakthrough. He was 30 years old. He had been homeless. He had been broken. But he survived. Tyler started writing more plays. He created a character named Madea, a tough, funny, wise grandmother who said what everyone was thinking. Madea became a phenomenon. Tyler's plays sold out across the country. He performed them himself. He wore a dress and played Madea. People loved it. The plays were funny but also deep. They dealt with real issues. Abuse. Addiction. Faith. Forgiveness. Tyler's audiences were mostly black women, women who had been ignored by Hollywood, women whose stories were never told. Tyler told their stories, and they loved him for it. Hollywood noticed. Lionsgate offered Tyler a deal to turn his plays into movies. In 2005, Diary of a Mad Black Woman was released. It was made on a tiny budget. Critics hated it, but audiences loved it. The movie made over $50 million. Tyler became a filmmaker. He started writing and directing movies at an incredible pace. 1 movie per year, sometimes 2. The movies made hundreds of millions of dollars. Tyler built his own studio in Atlanta, Tyler Perry Studios. It sits on 330 acres. It is bigger than Warner Brothers, Paramount, and Disney Studios. Tyler owns it outright. No partners, no investors. No debt. He is one of the few black people to own a major film studio. He has written, produced, and directed over 30 films and 20 television shows. He has made over $1 billion. The homeless man living in a geo metro became a billionaire. But Tyler never forgot where he came from. He employs hundreds of people at his studio. He gives opportunities to actors and writers who get ignored by Hollywood. He built sound stages named after black legends like Oprah, Denzel, and Sidney Poitier. He uses his platform to tell stories about people who are often invisible. He gives back to his community. He paid off layaway items for strangers at Walmart during Christmas. He built homes for homeless people. He donated millions to disaster relief. Tyler uses his wealth to lift others. Tyler once said something profound. It is not the obstacles that define you, it is how you respond to them. Tyler faced unimaginable obstacles: an abusive father, homelessness, years of rejection, empty theaters, but he responded by refusing to quit, by believing in his story, by working harder than everyone else. Your current situation is not your final destination. Tyler lived in his car. He failed for 6 years straight. People laughed at him, but he kept going. He kept believing, and eventually, the world caught up to his vision. The man who had nothing now owns everything. What story are you afraid to tell? What dream seems too big? What rejection has made you want to quit? Remember Tyler sitting in his geo metro with a notebook. He had every reason to give up. Instead, he kept writing. Keep writing your story. Keep building your dream. Your breakthrough is coming.